Just going to give an overview here of the jug indexing system. So here we've got our main panel, I'm calling it P1. Here's our HMI panel, I'm calling it P2. And here's the panel that goes down at the end of the line, calling it P3. Then I'm calling your scale panel P4, just for reference. So we have a cable here that runs from the HMI into the PLC, and it's the fixed length. So that means that this panel will have to be mounted in the appropriate location compared to this panel. Okay, and then this cable here, this is the control wiring. Okay, for these switches, I made it essentially the same length as the HMI cable. The HMI cable, it'll just be, I'll remove it. It'll be with this panel. I'll pull it out this fitting here. It comes out this fitting. So when you want to set it up, just push it through there, run it along the duct. I've got an opening here and then into the front of the PLC here. Be cautious because there's very small pins in there, and I have it marked. The position. So here's all our fusing. DC drive, transformer. We need a larger one for the vibrator motor. Vibrator motor relay. I did a little larger one here just to handle the load of that. And then I've got relay here. R2 runs the signal to the filler. R3 is for the VFD here. And then R4 is for an optional VFD in case we need to put a 3-phase vibrator. All the fuse holders are lit, so if a fuse blows, it'll light up. Same with these fuse holders that are similar to the ones you use. They all light up if they blow. I've given you a spare of each relay. So here, when we juice it up, we've got a power shut off here. This just kills the DC voltage to the system. Okay, so we have for the end of the line, this box goes at the end of the line. I put about 20 foot of cable on there. So we've got duplicate buttons here as here. Now, what I'm not 100% sure with is what they do when they want to shut the line down. What I think they'll do is they'll hit the stop conveyor. So as soon as a bunch of jugs have finished filling and they start indexing out, if they hit conveyor off, and then they can push this, and this release fill jugs will open up the stop and run the conveyor, and then they can just shut the line down when those jugs come down to the end of the line. That's my thought. The other thing is too is that they can stop the filler at any time. So if there's jugs going into the fill station, if they hit that, then the jugs will come into position and just stop. I have the same buttons here just so that the operators aren't hitting the touch screen all the time, and if they get frustrated, they can damage it. So as we see, it's just a momentary alternating on, alternating off. The fill is the same thing, alt on, alt off. Release jugs, yeah, I've got to finish the programming. When you push this, that will light up. And we have a dump filler, so this will give the okay to dump signal, as we see here, to the filler. So if for some reason there's a bunch of jugs stopped in place and want to dump them, we can. And then I think on the previous video I showed we've got the photo eyes here. So photo eye for jug 1, jug 2, jug 3, the fourth jug, which is where the clamp is. And then I did invert my programming. So cylinder 1 is the stopper after the fill station. This is the clamp. This is the empty jug clamp stopper. And this is the spout up down. Okay. Filling settling time is the main one they might want to adjust, so they can just change that here, like a 5.0 enter. Oh no, not 50. Yeah, 5.0 enter. Okay. Screen 2 shows the condition of all the inputs. Screen 3 we can test. all the outputs. You can hear my relays clicking there. Screen 4 is the additional timers. I just put those in so that the operators don't play with those too much. And those are the other timers that control the sequence. You go back here. I did put a couple of help screens in, just describing a few things. I do have to review that before I ship it. And that's the nuts and bolts of it.